Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Wins and Lessons. Today, I'm excited to have one of my brothers on, Chris Walker. Man, I've been knowing Chris for some years now, man. He's definitely a good brother. We're both part of the same chapter, Omicron Side Swab House. And he's also one of the best barbers I know. Check out the shirt. One of the best barbers I know, man. And, recently I know that he's been working on some investing and just financial literacy. So I'm excited to have him on here today. Welcome on to the show, bro. Thank you for taking the time out, man, to be a part. So, just you want to take a second, man, to share a little bit more about yourself.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me on. Like he said, my name is Christopher Walker. Man, I'm from Mississippi, a little small town called Plantersville to be exact. Grew up here. I'm still here. Went to college in Mississippi. I don't get it twisted. I do travel a lot, so I'm not closed-minded. But I love it here. Just come back to build in my community. So that's some things that I'm working on. Went to school at Delta State. Like he said, we're both brothers of the Omicron Side Chapter Alpha Phi Alpha. As of lately, I've been working on like a lot of personal development since school, building other businesses, and just trying to propel myself to where I want to be. Hopefully. So, just it's a constant grind. Nobody really has it. I don't have it all figured out. I don't think anyone has it all figured out. We just going through and taking these lessons, these wins and these lessons, So that's about it on my end, man. I've been working in my field. My field is athletic training. That was my first love per se as far as education. And I got a Bachelor of Science from Delta State. And I worked at Jackson State for about a year. And now I'm in the industrial setting of athletic training. And I like it. It's pretty good. Then I took time out last year. Well, actually 2 years ago. Man, time fly. 2 years ago, I went to school and got my barber license because I always would cut hair in college. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and get my license. And that'll be something else I can add to my repertoire. So I did that, and now I got my barber license. Just got those last year, and I've been building clientele and stuff like that for years. So I'm ready to excel on that.
Thank you for tuning in to Wins and Lessons podcast. Be sure to download the podcast in Apple Music and Spotify, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Growth Educator. To learn more about our guest, Chris Walker, and Money Conversations, follow money_convos on Instagram. Also, be sure to follow Wins and Lessons podcast on Instagram as well. All right, so we back. My brother was just sharing a little bit about himself. So you were telling us that, man, you were into the athletic field, and also you recently got your barber's license, and then you were telling the people a little bit about what was after that.
All right, so after I got my barber license, I've always had a habit of obtaining information that consisted of financial literacy and like personal development, and all the information I was consuming like over the past 5 years, I never had the information bestowed upon me from anyone else. So I feel like it's a lot of great information that we all should need because we all touch money every day. Whether it's physical or whether it's digital, we touch money, and I feel like more people should be informed about their finances and how to build wealth if they're into that. Everybody's not into building wealth and setting aside for generation, but you still have to understand finances to a point. For even if you're not even thinking for the next generation, you got to understand it for yourself in general. So yeah, so that's what my new journey is about, money conversations, and I was real direct with the title because the conversation is about money, but it's also we value the conversation too. So money is a value, has a value to it. So I put those two together and I just roll with money conversations. So when we talking, we talking about something valuable or the true currency itself.
That's what's up, man. That's awesome, man. So yeah, about the whole money conversations thing. Before we dive into that, again, I just want to say, bro, you one of the coldest barbers I know. I know that
Thank
you kind of, I know that you kind of been focused more so on the financial literacy aspect of things. But at one point, myself, I was kind of getting into barbering, and a lot of the techniques and things that you were doing, man, just your whole business model in general, was something that I definitely looked into. So you definitely have a range in talents as far as how you make yourself accessible and marketable, things like that. So what I'm saying, salute to you on that. But as it relates to the money conversations, man, so what kind of inspired you to want to do more research and better yourself in financial literacy?
you. I would say truly, it was it was the fact that I grew up, and like we wasn't in poverty, but like most families, check to check type of thing. We never really wanted for anything, but at the same time, we didn't have enough to just keep going around with either. So, I just want to add another block to the family name as far as let's build. It's time to build. I feel like when my parents were my age, they had to do a lot of fighting and a lot of pushback just to get some respect, just to get a job, just to position themselves in society as, hey, I'm a person, I'm a human. So now I feel like this generation needs to be more focused on building wealth, because now we have so many ways we can make money, whether it's self-paid, self-made, whether it's working for somebody else, or whether, freelance work, whatever you do. Like, it's just so many ways to get your money now. So even streaming video games. I mean, people making money out streaming video games. I remember my mom saying, "Get out that game, boy." You know what I'm saying? So um, that's what really stemmed, me, as far as me taking that step and like zooming and focusing in on financial literacy, because it literally touches everyone. Like, as a barber, I'm only touching the clients' heads that's in my chair, and I can inspire them through words of encouragement, advice that I may give, and that, I feed from them too. I feed from my clients too, and that's but that's between one person at one time. So I just wanted to use a social platform to like touch all age groups, because this is another, like I said, this is another thing that I'm into. I love barber, and I probably always be a barber. Even if I'm just coming to my shop, just talking,
Right.
and just talking to other barbers and people that come in. Like, I always forever be a barber, but like this right here, I want to just take the time and take the journey to like build a more of a digital platform that key in on like all aspects, or not aspects. I'm sorry, but a key in on like on all ages. So yeah, I just went with that, man, because like I said, that's a passion of mine too.
That's what's up, man. And I like how you kind of spoke to the generational aspect of it. You spoke to your parents when they were kind of our age, a little bit younger. They had to fight basically, for to establish themselves in general. Just establishing, okay, I have a right to be here to work, um, and to get money. But now us, we don't necessarily have to fight in the same aspect, even though in lieu of everything that's going on now, with police brutality and things like that, we still have to be vigilant, of course. Um, but the focus has shifted more on what am I going to do with all these resources that I have available now. And I'm glad that you kind of spoke on that a little bit. So, what advice do you have to anyone who's looking to, let's say, get started, uh, seeking knowledge about financial literacy, or advice to anyone who's looking to become more knowledgeable with like stocks and trading, things like that?
Absolutely. Um, I've been consuming trading information for a little over a year and a half. So I tell anybody, man, pick up a book, go do some research, beginner books, because you are a beginner. You know, no expert is an expert without being a beginner first. So you are a beginner. So go out there, find a book that's on your level that you can understand. So look for the beginner books of personal finance or invest. There's many ways to invest. So many ways to invest. So if you don't even know what avenue you want to take as far as investing, get you a beginner book that covers a wide range to kind of give you an idea of the avenues you can take. So I would say definitely beginner books. And you need to consume that content. Like, it's like, if you don't, this is how I think about, with time and money. All right. If I don't have the time, if I don't have the money to invest in something, I got the time to learn something. So it's an even exchange. People need to understand that all these courses that these people be throwing at you, like, you don't know if they even know anything. You don't know, you don't know that. So like, you got to know, you need to know the basics, basically what I'm saying. You need to know the basics. So, when you come to step to someone, if they're for real or how serious they are about what they're doing, because at the end of the day, they may be just out here hustling, making money off of saying, "Hey, I got this course. Take this course. I teach you this. I teach you that." But you one person, so you thinking, "Oh, that $60 ain't gonna matter. Or that $100 ain't gonna matter." But at the end of the day, man, you got to multiply that times all the people they reaching. They done came up. They done made they six figures or whatever, 8 figures or whatever. It can get big. But back to the topic. But yeah, see, I got books right here. All like these books right here are all well, these ain't even all my books, but these books that I currently like to touch, I would say. So like, this is my office space. So when I'm in my office space, like, if I feel like I want to touch up on something or I don't forgot something, like, you're not gonna remember all of this stuff.
Right.
So get your books first of all. Start reading them. I started out reading 10 pages a day. 10 pages a day. And it has grown. I don't even count the pages anymore because I just do it whenever I got the time. I don't care if I'm at the doctor's office or on lunch break at my other job. Like, I just take the time and I read. So that's why I tell anybody, first of all, you want to get started, pick up a book, man. Please read. Don't listen to these people out here. Because like I said, they may know something, but they may not. But you need to know enough to say, hey, this person knows what they talking about. Or, whoa, this person don't know what they talking about. Because you
Thank you for tuning in to Wins and Lessons Podcast. Be sure to download the podcast in Apple Music and Spotify, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Growth Educator. To learn more about our guest, Chris Walker, and Money Conversations, follow money_convos on Instagram. Also, be sure to follow Wins and Lessons Podcast on Instagram as well. All right, we're back in. Man, again, thank you, brother, for all the information and insight that you've been sharing, man, as it relates to financial literacy. So my next question would be, how do you plan on integrating those areas of your life in terms of business? So I know that you're into athletic training, barbering, and as well as financial literacy. So what's your long-term goals to putting those pieces together?
uh, long-term goals as far as putting all those three areas together. Whew, um, overall, when I'm one-on-one with a client, if they're having any type of personal injuries or questions about symptoms or signs or symptoms of anything pertaining to their body, their kid's body, anything like that, like, they feel free to ask me, because most of my clientele knows that I deal with like rehabilitation of athletes and and things of that nature. So like, I do combine all three, mostly behind the chair, because that as a recently, that's mostly where all of my connection has been, because I'm just now starting to build this digital brand of Money Conversations as of now. So right now, all three come together with me one-on-one with a client behind the chair. So that's how I'm currently combining them. But like I said, I'm moving more towards this digital platform and just building a presence out there in the world of the internet, you know. So absolutely, I plan on bridging all three fields because at the end of the day, it's information, and the information is used to help a human being.
Right.
He said, if you're having an injury or you think you sprained the ankle or you think you sprained your knee, not strictly toward your ACL, I have the skill set to test that or to see if that's true or false or recommend that you go see a physician or go get an x-ray. I'm kind of the guy that you come see before you go and spend your money and it's not what you think it is. So I bring that aspect, you know, from behind a chair, and I don't charge for that. Like that's just information basis between me and that person. So I'm already bringing that, to the chair. And with the other thing, as far as like, financial literacy, now that I'm on this platform, people are now acknowledging or noticing that, hey, this guy also know about some, personal finance and business finance as well. So they're gonna feel free to open up and conversate to me about that, like how to start a business, how should I get my LLC, what do I need to do over here? What I need to do over here? Have you ever heard about this stock or that stock? Like, I'm a person that truly believes in like just chasing my goals. So, I mean, if you would have laid it out on the table when I came out of high school and said, Chris, you're gonna be an athletic trainer, you're gonna be a barber, and you're gonna be an influencer on personal finance and business finance, I would have said, man, you crazy. I'm not about to do all that. But, as the years went by, I developed those skill sets and I home in on them and I take it as if, this is what God put me here to do. That's my purpose. Like, is to indulge in the things that I like and share with others. Because at the end of the day, we all lay under dirt or we all get cremated, however you want to leave. You're going to leave. So
Sure.
take the information that you know, put it out there, let other people know, help your family grow. And, like your slogan say, wins and lessons. You're not gonna win everything. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be great in everything. You're gonna bump your head. You're gonna learn them lessons at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my long-term goal is combining the three, mostly all from a digital platform though, so I can touch more people.
Awesome, awesome. And I guess man, another good question. You spoke to not being an expert at everything when you start off, and just if you're not winning, you definitely gonna learn a lot of lessons along the way. So, what has been the most, I guess, pivotal lesson that you learned, throughout your journey throughout all this?
Um, I would say just don't quit. Honestly, I've always been a busy person. When I tell you busy, I'm talking about busy. I'm talking about even from the time when I was in college,
Mm-hmm.
Working. I was in college working and pledging all at the same time. So, you know, just, from there, like, I try not to call it multitasking because, they say if you multitask, you don't get a lot accomplished. But at the same time, you are accomplishing something. So I try not to deem it as multitasking, but just live in that moment, cut that moment off, get in this moment, cut that moment off, get in this moment, cut that moment off, then repeat. So I always had like an array of things going. So even like in my career field now, I was working full time and going to barber school at the same time. So I mean, that's a lot. 40 hours there, and then completing 30 to 40 hours at barber school. Like it was a lot. So at the same time, I focused. I got through it. I persevered, and that's what we all got to do. Like we gotta just do the work. The results are gonna come. Just do the work. And if you feel it in your heart to achieve anything, just set out to do it. Write the plan out and work the plan. If you don't work the plan, it ain't gonna happen. But I would say overall, that's pretty much, what I've learned over the years as far as, getting things done, getting things accomplished. Not only that, man, let me slide over here and grab this real quick. But, a planner, man. Everybody need a planner, man.
Sure.
Like, I mean, I saw a meme going around for 2020. It was like something about them spending like money on something they didn't need for 2020. They was like a planner.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that. But I like these because these remind me of like what I set out to do for the year, and I can look back and actually say, man, I did this, I did that, or I didn't, I should have, but I got it written down. So I always work the plan. I mean, I already know a lot of 2020 goals got, So I would say still keep a planner because that's gonna show you how you persevered through these adversities. Like I still accomplished this, I still accomplished that. And the things you can't control, you just can't control. But the things you can, just set out to do them.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you for sharing it, man. And that's definitely so true. Um, don't quit. Set out to write those goals down and work towards them, man. Keep those goals at the forefront of everything that you do. So, I know, like you said, this year it's been crazy. Like a planner for 2020 is definitely the most useless thing that you're gonna need is your. But even in the midst of that, just still working, and I think your goals should also be adaptable. Like you adapt your goals based on um, your current reality or circumstances. So as it relates to 2020, man, our goals definitely had to be adaptable because it's not okay to just not want to work toward anything. In my
Right.
opinion, like we had a lot of curveballs this year, and so it'd be easy for this average person to be like, well, I'm gonna just wait until all of this blow over. I'm gonna just wait till things get better. No, you got to learn how to adapt. You know,
Absolutely.
if you really want to accomplish or achieve something, man, like adapt. You got to roll with the punches, and that goes along with what you said. Don't quit. Be present in each moment. So now that my anticipated situation look a little bit different, I still got to be 100% present right now and work fully toward those goals. Outcome might be a little bit different, but I'm still gonna have an outcome that I want. So thank you for sharing that, brother. Um, I guess the last thing, man, is how can people stay in contact with you? How can people, stay up to date with what you're working on and what you're doing?
Absolutely. On YouTube, you can search me under Money Conversations, and on Instagram, it is money underscore convos. So that's MONEY_CONVOS. Those are my two social media sources. Um, and yeah, you can contact me on that. Both pages are new, like very new, like maybe a month old. Um, my Instagram following mostly, contains people who were following me prior to me starting this. So I just converted my Barber page over, and I'm just like turned into Money Convo. So y'all can definitely follow me on there. I'll be putting up some content on both pages as often as possible. I have a schedule written out, um, but I'm going to release those release dates later. So just stay tuned. Like I said, I think that they may be a month. They may be a month out.
Okay, cool. So I'll be sure to include both of those links, man, in the show notes so that people can, easily find you, keep up, what I'm saying, with all the great things you got going on. So, man, again, brother, I enjoyed having you. Thank you for taking the time out, man. I know that, time is of the essence, like you said, time is definitely an investment. So thank you for investing and wins and lessons today. And I hope that the viewers, you take away some tangible things, some ideas. At least know how to get started on your path.
Right.
Start with research. Start with picking up a book, man, and just go from there. So again, salute to you, brother, and look forward to having you again soon.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, brother.
Peace.
Uh-huh.